was built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on the gas, never stop competing. If you break my glass, then this life's gonna end.
I want to be the best.
What's going on, guys, and welcome to another review here at Camp's Collection. Today we're going to talk about X-Men 97 premiering March 20th only on Disney+. This 2-episode premiere will be, of course, premiering on the 20th, and each episode is running about 35 minutes, so it's very, very similar to the episodes that we were getting back in the 90s at this point. The series was actually written by Beau, DeMayo, and it's created by Marvel Animation, Marvel Studios, and Walt Disney. So this whole entire season is actually going to have about 10 episodes. They'll be running about 35 to 40 minutes, and they'll be running all the way from March 20th all the way up until May 15th. I'm not sure if it's been confirmed or not, but just seeing these first 3 episodes, we have to get a season 2 after this. Granted, I haven't even seen the last 7 episodes, but I am just still so excited to see more and more of my favorite mutant heroes. So of course, this one actually picks right back up. So a lot of people will have a misconception that this is a brand new series, right? This is something totally different. This is a new version of the X-Men. No, this is actually a continuation from the 90s. They decided to pick right back up in 97 because that is the time when the very last episode, I believe episode 76 of season 5 premiered, and we saw the death of Charles Xavier. So I'll give you a little synopsis of this if you have no type of connection or no type of background on X-Men. Not sure how you got here, but thank you for tuning in and checking me out, though, if you don't have any type of background on X-Men, though. A band of mutants use their uncanny gifts. I love uncanny gifts, how they use that in there. If you know anything about X-Men, uncanny is a version of the X-Men. Uncanny gifts to protect a world that hates and fears them. They're challenged like never before and forced to make a dangerous and unexpected new future. So of course we got a lot of our previous voice actors returning for their roles in this show. I love the fact that straight off the gate, this show is introducing new characters that we know have previously been a part of the X-Men, but not seen in this animated version. And they're giving it to us just like that. And then we have some reoccurring characters that have a new little look as well as a different spin on their relationship status with all the other X-Men in this one. One of the parts that I disliked about the show, we'll get that out of the way really quickly because there's not really much I dislike, is the fact that we don't have Charles Xavier anymore. I do like that this is a readaptation, or not a readaptation, but a continuation of what we knew the storyline to be previously. Now, if you look back at the X-Men 90s show, it was a little confusing because they explored new timelines, future, past, alternate universes. They kind of jumped into a little bit of everything. So when you see some of the commentary or some of the conversations in the show, you're like, wait, didn't this already happen? Or didn't you already explore this? Shouldn't you know who this person is? But if you're really, really deep into the X-Men animated world, you'll completely understand what's going on here. So we got some new looks on a lot of different characters. And I think one of the things I have to highlight the most that I really, really like, that I didn't think I was going to be so captivated by, is that the new animation style. So this new animation style is, man, it's giving off almost close to anime, but the same X-Men comic book, I guess, textures and sequences, but the stop motion or the animation is a lot smoother, brighter colors, a lot bolder, more popping out at you. So it makes the action sequences as well as just the regular conversations a lot more appealing. You kind of watch it and you kind of forget that you're actually watching a cartoon, right? And I think that's really what's going to gravitate to a lot of people that are not, frequent anime or cartoon watchers. This is going to give you a little bit of everything for everyone at home. And it's great that it's on Disney Plus, so it's featured for everyone to be able to check out as well. So this is not a brand new, but this is a new group of mutant team, right? We have a couple new characters that are featured on here. So this one is not a spoiler because, remind you, this is a non-spoiler review. We get to see the return of Morph in his prime. And listen, Morph was my least favorite X-Men in the very first episode of X-Men when it first came out. But now he might be my favorite. I mean, he's obviously fluid in this show, so he kind of bends the rules of, you know, who he can be at all different times. That is his power, is to change and to morph into different people. But he morphs into some amazing previous X-Men that we haven't seen on the silver screen, as well as X-Men that we have seen previously. So for me, it was like, man, like morph skills are super underrated, because even though he was just taking on the previously he was only taking on the features or the figures of these people, but now he's kind of taking on their powers as well. Like a lot of them that have these, you know, signature attributes that can't be duplicated by anyone else, he can use those to his ability and makes him that more valuable to the team. And of course, we get to see the energy absorbing, blaster shooting future man, my man Bishop. Super excited to see him without that Jurley curl, and he's got a new fresh little style. I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of characters in here that have some updated looks that are really trending for the 90s right now, and I'm super excited for you guys to see this. The pace of each episode is absolutely amazing. There is not, you know, front to back action, there's not front to back drama, there's not front to back just context and talking. It's a little bit of everything every single episode, and within these 35 minutes they are really packing in so much into this season. And it makes me, like I said, just even more ecstatic and excited for a lot of people to not only see this at home, but what this is going to build for the future of not only the Marvel animation, but possibly into the MCU as well. I mean, there's a lot of predictions and a lot of guessing out there for people of what this is going to escalate into, just depending on how well it does. I mean, there was an exit, I believe, of the writer, which I'm absolutely astonished by how well he did writing the show. I mean, I'm not surprised. He's had some great works before this, but he's lived up to the expectations that a lot of people have given him for the show. But saying that, this is a brand new group of team right now, right? But it's a continuation from the series that we had before. You will hear the context of my X-Men a lot in this show, which I think is a crazy reference to Charles Xavier. But now, you know, this conversation is kind of being used by two other people that are in a situation that they both want to be in charge and at the top of this team. Of course, we still have that triangle relationship between Scott, Jean, and Logan, trying to figure out who is the true love of Jean Grey. This is it's crazy, and it's not a spoiler, I think, because the fact that this has been going on for over 50 years at this point, and I don't see it stopping anytime soon. But literally every episode is giving you different dynamics of each character, really playing into their backstories as well as backgrounds. So it's not really diving too deep, but it's if, like I said, if you're a new watcher or a new goer of this animated version of the X-Men, then this is a great introduction for you to be able to start at our entry point. It really makes you want to go back and kind of dive into the previous animation into the 90s and really appreciate it for what it was back in 1992. But this honestly transported me back in time to being a kid on Saturday mornings, waking up, grabbing that bowl of cereal and plopping myself in front of Fox so I could watch the X-Men. Absolutely, I am astonished, and you know that's a reference to the X-Men as well. But it's such an amazing series, and I cannot wait for all you all to see it at home. Let me know in the comments what you're most excited for, what you least liked, what you loved about the series or the first 2 episodes so far. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and hit that notification down bottom so you'll be the first ones to know about new content that I drop on a week-to-week basis. But thank you again for tuning in here at Cam's Collection, and make sure you go check out episode 1 and 2 of Disney Plus's X-Men 97, premiering March 20th. Peace.
I was built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past. I'm achieving. Got my foot on the gas, never stop competing. If you break
wanna be the best.